There's things that have been coming against you, whether they be in your marriage or in your children or your family, your finances and all. But when you get this thing right, and this is not some, well, I won't even go there because I have some pretty strong convictions and perceptions about what is out there marketed in this whole gamut of God's work. All of those ancient principalities of hell, all of those barricades that have held you from, you're barely making it, but never really making it. You're almost like those of us that like football, you're almost at the goal line. You're at the 1 yard and you don't make it. Well, what good was it? Well, I was 1 yard from it. Hallelujah. So big deal. So what? You didn't make it. You didn't make it to the goal. You didn't meet your goal. Your goal was not attained and achieved. But suddenly, those things begin to break. All right? You begin to flow. God's ultimate desire is fulfilled when God's people and His land are finally juntos, united, reunited. Alas, God's chosen ones, His chosen people, and His holy land become one. One. This is unfathomable. You can't really, this is not a matter of cognitive thinking. This is revelational thinking. Having said this, I believe that Messiah, Moshiach ben David, our Messiah, will not take His place in Zion until those of us that have Jewish ancestry take our place, in our case, the Sephardic Anosim, until we take our inheritance where we belong. All right? Because it says in Obadiah, the exiles of Jerusalem that are, were in Sepharad, shall return and occupy or possess the Negev. And then the same breath, the next sentence, and then liberator shall ascend Mount Zion and punish the mountains of Esau, and then the kingdom shall be the Lord's. In that order. All right? My concern is this: what might God do if I decide to delay my obedience? If you decide to delay your obedience to God and not move, I'm not saying like, in a bat of an eye, you've achieved your inheritance and there you are, whoopee, you've made aliyah, you're a citizen or whatever. No, it's good. It's a process. It's a process, okay? So it's a journey. It's a journey. Just like Abraham, it took him years and years and years to get to where he finally got. So might God dispatch us into another extended exile, those of us that have Jewish ancestry? How many more exiles and crusades and inquisitions and holocausts and persecutions must we go through before we take heed and obey and marry the land that He has reserved for you, for me, if in fact you are Anosim like I am? How much longer? Let's read it on the screen, because hearing it and reading it, I think, have a double whammy. How much longer can we afford to wait before we embrace our inheritance? Particularly as we see things crumbling and tumbling all around us. How much longer? ¿Qué esperamos, we say? ¿Qué esperas? What are you waiting? I want to pick up where Isaiah 44:7 left off. Around the Passover of 2003, the Lord Almighty, I felt Him speak to me very vividly while we were in Tel Aviv that entire season. And God spoke to my heart about heroes. And He said that He has heroes, and they're like sparks in the dark. The darker the dark, the brighter the spark. He says, I'm sending you to find my heroes. I pray, as I wrap up now this particular third session, I pray that some sparks are there. You see that you're a spark. Sure, it's dark, but you're sure bright and brilliant. Hasta luego.